Okay, been asked to do a video for calling geese, and that's kind of a vague question in my opinion, for a couple of reasons. You really can't put out a video on calling geese just as in calling geese. A lot of it depends on the situation, the time of the year, where you're at, where you're not at, your surroundings, who's in the field next to you, who's not in the field next to you, so on and so forth. There's a lot of variables go into it that you can't really explain and sum up in just one short segment of calling geese. So without going any further, first thing I'm going to go through here is just a simple September 1st opening day calling situation, hunting situation, opening morning. Obviously the geese have not been hunted all year. One thing that I like to do is, obviously it sounds like the geese obviously, but what I mean by that, and going in more detail, more depth here, is this. If you have one gander and one goose, that's great, fine and dandy, but guess what? They just raised maybe 6, 8, 10, 12, maybe 14 in some circumstances, little goslings. And those goslings will be flying along with them. When they get to the field, if they're already at the field, other geese are coming in, maybe 2 out of the 10 you hear are going to be a gander and a big goose. They're the only 2 that's going to have the big deep voices. You're going to hear a lot more high-pitched voices from the young goslings from this year. So basically 2 out of 10 are going to have deep voices. The rest of them are going to have, your higher pitched voices. That's why I like in September, I like to tune my goose call a lot higher pitched. Another thing I like to do is not throw the best I got at them the first day. These geese are young, they're dumb, which is what I like. And I got a lot of season ahead of me to kill geese with just outside of September 1st. So I'm not going to throw anything good at them my first day. All it's going to be is simple clucks and a little bit of feeding, and that's it. Nothing fancy, nothing fast. I want to save the best I got for later on in the season. So it's opening morning, sun's coming up, birds are going to move right after daylight. Around here it's about 7 to 10 after, sometimes quarter after the birds start getting up to come out to feed. 99% of the time, they are not hurting for food. There's food everywhere. Everything's green still. There's no corn out yet. So a lot of times we're either hunting mine ground for alfalfa fields or we're hunting cow pastures. And that's it. No corn fields, no bean fields. Midday, afternoon, yeah, we'll hunt some water. Absolutely no hunting roost areas at all. So here we are. We're hunting in an alfalfa field. It's just been cut and baled about a week ago. The geese have been in here the last 3 or 4 days. 200, 300, 400 geese at a time come in here. All we're going to do is we're going to go out there early. We're going to get decoys set up. We're not going to put a bunch of decoys out. Maybe 2 or 3 dozen. That's it. Why? We don't want to show them the best we got. We got a whole season ahead of us. Get our blinds brushed up good. With that, with only 2 or 3 dozen decoys, you got to hide. You got to hide real good. I don't care how young and dumb they are, they're still going to see something's out of place. So you got to hide good. A lot of times they go along the edge of the field there where they don't pick up all the hay yet to bale it. We'll rake it up, put it in the cart, bring it out to our blinds and brush up with the excess hay that didn't get picked up with the baler. We see geese coming. It's 5 after 7. Here comes the geese. We're not going to do any hail calls. We're just going to sound like geese on the field. We don't care if they come here or not. All we're going to do is just a simple clucks and a little bit of feeding. Clucks, a little bit of feeding. Nothing fancy. High pitched. High pitched. Here we go. Just real easy. That's it. Nothing fancy. They get in there in the 150, 200 yard range, maybe inside that a little bit. We'll mix in just a little bit of feeding. By that time, the geese are in our lap. We shoot our 5 birds, we get out of there. We let the rest of them come on in and feed all day. I've had times before we'll kill our 5 a piece, lay in our blinds, watch the show, let them feed out, let them go back to water, then pick up. If you're out there in the middle of the field and you still got geese coming, you've already killed your limit, guess what? you just ruin all the rest of the groups for the entire September season. So you know there's not going to be migrators around here in September, so everything you're hunting is locals. Lay in the field, let them do their thing, let them feed out, go back to water, then pick up.